Hello, 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 everybody. This is Jay Lee. Well, I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. And it's another review, people. It is Thursday, Scandal Thursday to be exact. Also, Friday Eve. So, let's go ahead. Well, no. Hey, guess what you should do? Subscribe to my channel. Yep, just hit the little button that says subscribe. It's free. It costs you nothing. It just means when I post videos, you'll be able to see them and you can like them too. So after you subscribe, hit the little like button. It'll be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much, America. So let's just start from the beginning. Scandal, the season finale comes on next week. So this is, almost towards the end. I think some people may know Scandal was um, picked up for season 7, but it's being rumored that this might be the last season. Shonda said a while ago that she knew the start point and the end point of Scandal. So, while I'll be sad to see it go if season 7 is the last season, it's still been a great ride. But let's get into tonight's episode. The bright light is because I have my iPod here with my notes because I forget stuff and I get all discombobulated. So, from the beginning. So y'all just gonna let Olivia and Fitz have full on sex scene? Like, that was full on porn on there. I mean, I'm all for, realism and the realness of the stuff and everything, but I don't need to see Fitz hitting Olivia from the back. No, ma'am. No, I don't. I mean, that was a real life little scene that they had there. But I guess it's the whole thing of they're able to be together now. There's not a whole lot of the bull crap of them being together. So I guess they're now fully just banging like rabbits. Yeah. Next. David going to see Papa Pope. The whole scene between them I understood in some way because, David went to Papa Pope trying to get more information on female Peus. I don't know what the lady name was. I call her female Peus. So he was trying to get information for female Peus, and I get how he was saying, she loved me, I cared for her, even though she was a crazy bitch rapist, not rapist, murderer. Why rape? But he still, for some reason, wanted to know who she was. Who was this person that he cared for and that cared for him? I think the fact that Papa Pope killed, he killed the woman he was in love with, thinking he was saving himself from being used, and he kind of killed her for no reason. But if you think about it, he knew his love. Like, he knew who she was, he knew where she came from, he knew her background, he knew things about her as they had a life together, where David had no clue who this woman was that he had started this life with and probably thought he would carry on life with. So Papa Pope giving him her head, which I'm like, Papa Pope, why you keep your head at the dinosaur museum? Just bury the bodies, people, bury the bodies. But I get Papa Pope giving David the head as his form of closure. Here you go, take her head, do whatever you want with it, find the answers you need to seek. And what does David do? He go to his ex-girlfriend's house with his other ex-girlfriend's head. Now, first of all, there are a lot of things me and my exes can share. Water, liquor, a ride here and there. It ain't not none of my exes that can come to my house to use my refrigerator to put a bitch's head in there. No, ma'am. No, sir. No children. No. I don't want your chick's head in my freezer, because then they're going to think I killed her. Put it in your freezer. Go to the store, get a Sears card, order a damn freezer. I don't care what you do with it. Don't bring that bitch to my house. There's a few people who can have bodies in my house. Not to say I would have, let people do that. But it ain't my ex. So when he popped up to to Abby's house with a head, I would have been like, bruh, we ain't that cool, homeboy. Go ahead on. But Abby let him stay to wait for Jake to come get some DNA. I'm just not, okay with people bringing their ex's heads to my house. I mean, just for the simple fact of, I don't want to be people to think I did it. Like, keep heads away from me. Point blank, period. Olivia and Fitz having a little conversation. Did Olivia steal stuff from the White House? I mean, she picked up them documents and took them back to the office. Like, that can't be legal. I don't think you should. I don't think that's legal. Like, I think the documents are supposed to stay at the White House. I just don't get it. But I'm like, she stole it. She's a thief. She stole it. But, you know, it's TV, so who's gonna care? I also noticed that Fitz hasn't forgave Abby yet. I don't know why, because you did tell Olivia to forgive her. So for me, it's confusing. I'm like, what other thing are you holding against her when all y'all have done dirt? So that part I kind of don't get. So I want to see how that dynamic closes up, because there's no reason for him to still be mad at Abby. Y'all all have done dirt, but you're still kind of holding her accountable for everything that Peus did. But if you think about it, Abby didn't join Peus knowing they were going to kill Vargas, they were going to try to kill Huck. It was all a trickle effect of her thinking, hey, I'm not to where I want to be, and they're offering me more than what I am, so I'm going to take them up on the offer, and it just went horribly wrong. So I don't think Abby's a monster or she's an evil person as she thinks. You just made a really bad choice, and you do have to live with the consequences. But you know, Abby, let her go. I don't care about Quinn and Charlie getting married. I do love how Charlie calls Quinn Robin. I think that's a little thing to say. Hey, remember, her name really isn't Quinn. Remember, you know, I think that's cool that it's the way of him showing he loves her and not Quinn, and not her fake person. You get what I mean. But I don't really care about that much. But I do like how he is her backup in ways when she doesn't realize that she's good enough, or she doesn't realize kind of what's going on. He's there to say, hey, you know, you don't have to, you can still be a gladiator without Olivia. You don't need her to be a gladiator. I like how he did that, because it gave her the balls, the cojones, the, you know what I'm saying, the stamina or whatever to go to Fitz. Hey, we picked somebody we think you should pardon. In my gut, I think this is why. Even though Olivia doesn't believe in it, I do, and I'm gonna stay here until you do it, because I have that thing in me that Olivia had, because she's a different person now. I like how she spoke to Fitz and let Fitz know, I'm the new Olivia. Even though Quinn is no Olivia, she still had that thing of, I'm here to do what's right no matter what. That's who Liv was. That's who I am now. I thought that was really cool. What else is I going to talk about? Oh, I did find it funny. You know when your ex gets somebody new and you nickname them? I was laughing my little tail off that Abby named the head Ponytail Bitch. You have to name your ex's new flames or even old flames. You just give them a name because they don't matter in real life. What else? I like how Mellie wanted to make Marcus in her cabinet or in the White House in some sort of way to still have him around without showing she likes him. She kind of just wanted him to be around a little bit. And I like how he was like, well, thank you, but no thank you. I'm not Olivia. Basically saying, we're not the new Olivia and Fitz. Kind of how they were when they were showing them two liking each other. It was a, oh my God, here go a remix of Olivia and Fitz. Oh my God, I didn't like that. So I'm happy he said no, and he gonna keep it moving. You know, let's just keep going from there. Even the one thing I thought was funny, when they were talking to the prisoner guy in the prison, I couldn't focus on him talking because his lips were so dark. Do you go to prison, your lips get dark? I don't understand that. But I'm like, I was fixated on that. Why is his bottom lip so damn dark? But I like how Quinn went to bat for him. They went to the bar, asshole rapist. They figured out they were lying because Huck is a genius. Even though he didn't know the guy was lying, he figured it out. And did that fool call Huck Nacho? because he's Mexican, Puerto Rican, or of that descent. I hate. I hate racist people. But I was like, it was cool how they came prepared in many other ways, and the white racist people didn't kind of know. And then Huck does what he did, and he busts the guy nose up. So I think that's really cool. Um, I kept wondering who's running command now. Papa Pope is gone. Jake is the head of the NSA. I forgot that command or B613 have basically been disbanded. But I kept wondering, like, where is everybody? Until I remember Charlie saying, now that B613 is no longer, I'm also a gladiator now too. But I thought they kept saying you can't take command, you cut off a head of a snake and another one grows in its place. But, who knows? Olivia and Quinn's argument. I was mad at first. I was mad at Liv. Like, what did you acting like that for? Didn't know it was a test, as she said in the end. But I was upset at her dismissing Quinn because I just didn't get the point of it. But Shonda always has that twist. Twist 2, Olivia was testing Quinn because she knew Quinn had in her that she could take over Olivia Pope and Associates. Because let's face it, next season, Liv is going to be in the White House of sorts because we have to wait for the season finale. But that's where it's going. So they do need somebody to take over on a regular basis because, as Olivia said, there's going to be times where you're going to have to go against me, and I need you to be strong enough to do that. While I don't know how I feel about Quinn being in charge of OPA, I want to see where it goes. I do think Quinn going against Olivia will be interesting, especially if in some sort of way they can get Abby back to OPA. It'll be a whole, balance of power. I am wondering why Cyrus was not in this episode at all. I thought about that. But let's be clear. Quinn is no Olivia. So I hope they don't try to make her be Olivia. Like, I don't need her walking around in cute clothes and hair flips. No, I need her to be Quinn. Just Quinn in charge. Come to find out, guess who wasn't in charge any damn way? Peus wasn't. The two people who they killed thinking they were the snakeheads, it wasn't even them. They were working for someone else. As Jake figured out by going to pointing to a bitch's head. Pointing to a bitch's apartment. To figure out some things about her, that she's not even who she says she was. She was also being used in a certain way. And they were trying to figure out who was even over Peus. But I kept saying that before. Like, who could it be? Who could it be? Who could it be? So what I did, I'm done with my thing. I was talking to my supervisor and our program director, I think it was there last week, because they both like Scandal. So my program director was like, I just wonder, who's Peus, but I wonder where it came from. Like, who are they? So her and my supervisor were talking, and I'm talking to a little bit. Like, well, I think A, B, C, D, and E about the episode. And then Ann said, I just wonder who it could be. And I said, I wonder if it's Mama Pope. She was like, I forgot. And I was like, you remember Mama Pope escaped a couple seasons ago and she kind of just fell off. And I was like, it's probably her. That's my guess. And I'm like, but I don't know. It could, maybe it's Columbus Short's character. Maybe he really wasn't dead. And, maybe it could be that. It could be anything. I was like, but I think it's Mama Pope, but I don't know. She's like, Julie, you might be on to something. And lo and behold, I was right. Because who did Jake get a picture of? Mama fucking Pope is over Peus. If you recall, when they were talking about Mama Pope in the seasons when she was on there, she was this powerful spy person. So if you think about it, she's had, a couple of years to build herself back up to be powerful now. So it would make sense that not make sense, but it makes sense that she's climbed up back to this, evil super genius or whatever. But yep, I called it. it was shocking. But when they took Papa Pope back, oh, I, when they took Papa Pope back and showed him the photo and said, you're the only one that can help us, and Olivia's like, you're the only one who can keep me safe from her. I was like, is it Mama Pope? And then when they showed the picture, I was like, bitch, what? I got real ratchet and real ghetto for a good 30 seconds because I was like, I was right. I called it. Um, so happy to see what. Well, I'm wondering if Mama Pope is going to only be in the season finale, or if they're going to, in some sort of way, incorporate her into the next season as well. They never really got into the Mama Pope character. She was on a couple of episodes. You realize she was a bad bitch, before, after prison, and all that stuff. So I'm wondering how they're going to have that all play out. I hope they don't wrap it all up in a cute little bow in some sort of way for the one episode. I hope it ties into next season. That's my hope. Last thing I forgot to mention, because it doesn't matter now but when Olivia was talking to her dad and he was telling her like goodbye, like, this is really goodbye, I was like, damn, that conversation is so final. And you know how most of the time Shonda closes characters out in ways like that. So I was like, when he was going to the airport, I'm looking like, okay, are they showing him leaving because he was the one in some sort of way behind Peus? He fooled everybody, or it has to be something. But I felt like, or was he gonna go get killed? I'm like, but that was a really final type of conversation. But I'm happy he came back. He's willing to help them against Mama Pope, Papa Pope, and Mama Pope. It's gonna be a battle. I do believe so. But the crazy part is, as bad as we thought Papa Pope was, Mama Pope came back with the Peus people, and you made your ex-husband kill his girlfriend. You, made him become a murderer, and now you are trying to, for some reason, make Millie your puppet. Like you want her dead or something. It's something. I just can't wait to see what's gonna happen. But that was my review. I did not know this was gonna be another 17 minutes. But it was a lot to cover. Hope you guys liked it. See you next time. Subscribe. This episode gave me what I felt like last episode didn't. It was good. It was a lot to catch up on. It kept my interest the whole time. So I'm very, very, very happy. It's like when you go to a Burger King and the ice machine really does work, and you be like, yes, it's not broken. You know how Detroit be. But yeah. So until next time, love you guys. Subscribe. Peace.